G'day guys, welcome back to Valheim. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome back to the Ashlands base. It is episode 363. Goodness me, we've only got this episode, the next one, and one more. 365 episodes, and I would be able to say that I've played Valheim for a year. I mean, in truth, it's been obviously more than a year. Way more than a year because, you know, I don't release an episode every single day. So it's definitely been more than that. But, yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far. I've enjoyed every little bit of Valheim, to be honest. And I'm sure I will continue to do so when the next update comes out. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how sustainable, you know, continuing just like building and stuff is. I suppose it could be, you know, pretty good if you do enjoy doing that sort of stuff, but I've built like heaps of stuff. So I feel like, you know, it might be a good time for us to sort of move on, and do some other stuff while we wait for the Deep North. So, but yes, we do still have, you know, a little bit of time here. Obviously going to make the best of this time to try and, yeah, get this build done. So, in the previous episode, we finally reached the second story. We've sort of started to plan out how we're going to build it. And I really just want to follow our plan to the best of our ability. In fact, I think, just trying to remember what I said, but it might actually be better for us to work on the sides where we know the pillars are sort of facing the same way. And that's going to be our guide, so to speak, as to, you know, how to build the rest, or how to plug the gaps. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can actually make it work, though. Yeah. It's a little bit difficult, isn't it? Let me get that in, and I think that should help us sort of bring all of this across. Hopefully it all holds, actually, because... Actually, no, that's incorrect. My bad. It should be like that, I think. Yeah, okay. So now that we've got that in place, we should then be able to do a couple of, like, really big Rouston floor pieces, the 4x4s. One there, and one there. Are these in the right position? I think so, yeah. The issue is, obviously, we do have these walls sort of coming in towards the top, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with that exactly. Unless I've made some kind of a mistake with the way we've lined up the walls from the bottom. Possibly. I think maybe I may have used an upper snapping point when we were getting the inner layer planned out. So yeah, that's maybe a mistake at that point, and therefore we're gonna have to deal with this sort of line here. But I guess that's not too bad, because, you know, there's the outer section and the inner section, and the inner wall is meant to go up a little bit more. So, you know, this will eventually turn into walls anyway. So you might not actually realize that is there, so to speak. So, anyway, we do have a little bit of a point of difference here, which I'm sort of scratching my head on, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what has happened, what is a little bit different here. I think I know what's happened. So this is not exactly right. So I'm gonna have to redo this. I think we need to try and get the right snapping point from here. Yeah, I think that's the correct place to start. Hopefully. I don't sound like the most confident, but yeah, I think that's it. And then we can get another one of these larger pieces in. Hopefully I can just get the right angle from down here. I think it might be getting a little dark for us, so we might want to think about going home very soon. I think this is correct, and then we should just add the single pieces. Perfect. Okay. I won't worry about the inner sections just yet. We're just going to continue working on the outer floors. And I think before we even attempt to do any of the inner floors, we should already start thinking about the hearth and the chimney as well. So yet again, I'm here building myself another chimney, and I feel like I've built and rebuilt chimneys so many times in this playthrough. I do like a nice fireplace, you know, getting a fireplace that will, you know, warm the build and the I guess act as the center of the entire sort of home is always nice. Alright, while we're here, we've got a few bits and pieces that I could probably just throw in the trash. And maybe I can keep the rest. Come to think of it, I haven't really decorated with too many pots, have I? It could be something that we look at trying to do in the main house, at least. Food-wise, I think we're still doing pretty good, food-wise. Okay. Yeah, the only other problem that we're going to have to deal with this episode is pretty much the same thing as all previous episodes while we have been building this place, which is the fact that we're going to need to figure out how to source Grouston and how to source it relatively quickly because, you know, we only have a few episodes remaining. That's what we want. Great. Good. I've just spotted this issue here, so I'm just gonna fix that. considering our surrounds, though, I would say that, you know, despite us building like a pretty grand-looking castle here, we're likely not going to be spending a lot of time here. It's just, you know, for show. just to say that I did it, you know, and I can do it. But yeah, I'd say the Meadows is obviously the best place to have a home, but I don't know, maybe you guys have different opinions. I wonder if a lot of you guys prefer setting up your permanent base in a different spot. I just like the Meadows because it has the best music. I think that's the main reason why. You know, I would not mind actually moving into the plains had the music for the plains been a little bit better. I just like the relaxing tunes that the Meadows gives me. And occasionally, you know, when I'm feeling like it, I'd pop on like the Meadows music on loop for like hours. Especially when I'm like doing like boring stuff while I'm working. It is the best thing for that. Alright, so we've come to the middle here. That's why we've got a few of these weird pieces going on. I'll just quickly get rid of that. We'll collect all of the stuff later. Oh, and I'm already out of Growston, actually, so... Yes, we've got to go out and fetch some. I guess I do have a little bit now that I could perhaps use. Do I want to keep these... I don't know what you call these, but these Growston pieces that we've used to plan the space out. I am reluctant to get rid of them straight away in case we need to redo stuff, if you catch my drift, because there could be mistakes that we need to correct, and then, you know, I may need them again to rebuild. So maybe we shouldn't rush into that decision. Let me just fix this up. And maybe I should, you know, only get rid of it when I'm really confident that we have moved on and that we're ready to use that Growston for something else. Alright, so let's go out and see if we can fetch more. I'll eat that. And I'll eat that. We've had some Morgan troubles recently, so we do need to look out and be careful. Just looking around for some blobs. Okay, there's a couple of blobs on that side. I don't know if I really want to try and attract them all the way this way. So I might not bother with that. Let me just mine this. And I think we still have some free Growston, or loose Growston, to just grab near the favour location, so we'll go out there as well. I'm hoping our Verger friend will just help defend us from all these baddies. Yeah, good. Good work. Good work. Ooh, that was a big explosion right there. Which means more free Grouston. Though, yeah, I'm trying to sort of avoid destroying some of these structures, because I kind of want... Oh, Lord. Come this way. Yeah, because I sort of want to keep some interesting things around the castle. It can't just be like a flat, barren surface. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Whoops, that's the wrong tool for the job. Oh, we are full. Alright, back we go. Plenty of Grouston to be had over there, so I will grab that when we need it. But I think we can just continue building, so let's do that. Perhaps maybe a bit of a base defense might be in order though. Okay. Now that we've dealt with the uninvited guests, let's do a quick repair on the outside. Apparently, stone cutting table is not close enough, so maybe we're gonna have to come back to that. Right. Gonna need to start thinking about a proper staircase as well. It's all happening. Nice. Okay. Next. I'd say, you know, all of the meticulous planning that we've put into this build so far is paying off. So, just needed a little bit of patience at the very beginning to sort of plan everything out. It's not the, I guess, the most immense amount of planning, but still. Great, and just one more side, and then we can start thinking about what to do for the gaps. And surprisingly, we haven't really needed to use any steel just yet. But that may come sooner rather than later. So obviously we do want, you know, some pillars eventually in the intersection. So, I don't know. Have we shot ourselves in the foot by looking at the floor first. Maybe? Can't really tell at this stage. I'm gonna have a very difficult time trying to get up. So let me get rid of these ones, which we know we can't use anymore. And maybe we just need to set up like temporary stairs. How though? Maybe... yeah, maybe something like that. Again, very temporary solution for now, but... oh. I just needed, like, one more piece of grouston. Ah. Alright. I don't know why the vergers are so hostile to us all the time, though. For every little thing. Ah, this is a lot of stone. I probably don't really want a lot of stone. I'm not really removing the stone by bringing any of the stone back home just yet because, well, you never know where we might want to use the stone. I'm actually thinking about using stone for the chimney, and, you know, having the chimney made all from stone instead of grouston. I think a grouston chimney might look a little weird. They were bros, man. Oh, Lord. Okay. Where are they? I'm just looking for the bros. Where are the bros? I don't want them getting too close to our base. Unless the bros have spawned out where the water is. I actually see them. Ah, here. The bros, okay. Let's get them coming into this direction. Oh, the Morgan. Okay. Everything's coming out to play. Do they fight each other? Yes, they do. Well, that's a solution. Not if they destroy our farm, though. Broke the code again. Alright, let's give maybe Zill and Thunger a bit of a hand with the Morgan. Oh no! Don't get too close to my base. Like, this all makes me really nervous because they're fighting so close to stuff that I don't want to break. Dude. Stop it. Alright. Well. They did break a little bit of that structure, unfortunately, but that's alright. At least the majority of it is still intact. And, I don't know, we might be able to grow, like, a whole bunch of, like, ash vines at this base as well, so that should speed up the process of us getting more of those vine berries. Well, you would hope, anyway. Right, so what are we doing next? We are trying to sort of figure out what's what in the gaps. So I think it's maybe a better idea for us to go home first, have a sleep, and then come back. We probably need food and all that sort of stuff as well. And I've got a lot of junk to try and organize. These seeds are ready. Perfect. Let's do another 10 seeds in here. Yeah, we've got a lot of chicks now. That's good. So we should try and cull them a little bit more when we get the chance. I don't know how our food situation's looking. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about needing to do some cooking and stuff today. Maybe. Maybe we could. There's always time in the morning, I suppose, to try and do some cooking. Let's have a look at the pantry. Roast chooks might be a good idea at this point, so let's do that. And we did get some more of the mushrooms. Just need chicken and honey. We are running low on honey though. Nice freebie there, actually. So just throw that all in and I might quickly grab some more honey. Let's see. Omelette, lox pie, and I'll wait for our roast chickens here. Yeah, vine berries. Very low on the vine berries, aren't we? Let's just have a look around the house. But I might see if I can just grab some vine berries when we go back out to the Ashlands. Yeah, I don't see any. Okay, we've got some big boys here. I mean, the one on the outside, I think he needs to go, at the very least. But I will also throw in some food for them. So maybe we do some of the greens there. Alright, so hopefully we should get a few more eggs sometime soon. So we'll come back and inspect that. Meanwhile, just gonna throw some more garbage in the trash can here. And more aspen meat. We are actually low on the aspen meat as well, come to think of it. I'll come back a little bit later for more farming and stuff. Definitely need to do that. But I think I might wait until the next morning for that. I want to try and get stuck into more building. So, the second floor gaps. We need to firstly figure out what we want to actually do. And then replicate that all around. So maybe it's best if... oh my god. Maybe it's best if we start from the front. And then work our way counterclockwise. Just theoretically, maybe what we do is we do a bit of a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means what we could do is to try and get a line straight in the middle. I think that works out. So if I got rid of... whoops. So if I got rid of those two, and then replace that with this, I think that'll be the most efficient. Yeah, and then I replicate that on the other side as well. Whoops. Yeah, perfect. And then we just need to sort of plug the gaps here with maybe a few more of these pieces. And should be right. Why can't I get the the snapping point that I want? That's kind of frustrating. Okay, so that's good, and then I mean, that's kind of what I want, but... Why? Why is it so difficult as soon as there's another piece in the way? What is the deal? I suppose it's not too bad. But I feel like I'm going to have the same issue all around. Might have to do a bit of freeforming for the last couple of pieces. That's not really by choice, but we might be forced to do that. Something like that, and that's okay. That's fine. Alright, so we now just need to sort of achieve the same thing all around. Hopefully we have some luck doing that. That's what we want. And then we go... Oh, you bastard. You bastard. There seems to be a bit of a gap down there. How did that happen? Okay, all patched up. Let's just drop all of that in. Oh, I've completely forgotten about the seeds. Let's also just eat a little bit. And I did say that I wanted to try and find some vine berries, so let me just quickly do that before I forget. Okay, don't really have a lot right now. Well, you know what? That would teach me not to feed any of my vine berries to aspens, because I think I did actually feed my aspens with some vine berries not so long ago, and now I'm sort of regretting that decision. Well, he's gone off somewhere, so we can leave him be. Alright. 5 vine berries. Not much of a haul, is it? I wonder if there's anything you can do to try and speed up the growth of vine berries. I don't think there is, to be honest. All right. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm trying to get the other snapping point, which seems to be kind of difficult. I think I had just had it there. There we go. That's what we need. Alright, not bad. Time for a bit of lunch. On to the next one. Out of Grouston, again. Typical. A lot of stuff here. Stuff that I probably don't really need, but I may as well clean up the area a little bit. So there still should be a pretty decent amount of just loose grouston around here, so hoping I won't really need to do too much work. Oh, there's still a fueling. Oh, and... is that... that's another Zillinth fungus, maybe. That's very interesting. Why? Why are there two of them? I mean, I'll leave them to fight it out. I don't really need to join that. Let's come back this way. Is that it? Oh my god, yep. Alright, let's head back. Okay, where were we? And it's probably going to get dark soon, and we're not going to be able to see what we're doing. I think at the very least we can get the bigger pieces in and the ones that snap. And then we'll come back for the smaller details later. Alright. Done. Let's head back and gonna have a sleep, and I guess this next morning we're going to just focus on doing a little bit of farming so we can continue making some more seeds. Gonna pull that. Anything we don't need? Oh, I don't think so. I think we should keep everything here. Maybe not the bones, but that's okay. Some cash. And I've got these turnip seeds, which I should convert into turnips, but let me just harvest everything. Nice. And let's see, we've got not really a lot of carrot seeds, so maybe we want to try and grow some carrot seeds. We'll continue growing some onions, I think. And maybe we continue growing some turnips as well. but the seeds will actually get carrot seeds. Let me actually grab some carrots. Again, I'm gonna try and do this very quickly. And I could potentially do some carrot seeds just simply like along the first row here. Maybe even the first row here. Used up quite a few carrots there, that's fine. And next, onions. And turnips. Okay. Hope they all grow fine. And yeah, time to go back out and do our thing. Do have a bit of coal on me, which maybe I can leave the coal in the bin. What happens if you pull the lever again with coal in it? Does the coal just stay there, I guess? Would make sense. You know what? I will go out to the favour location just to see if I can grab a little bit more grouston from there. Just to top up our grouston supply a little bit. Oh. I'm not expecting that. I wonder if it's actually going to come crumbling down or not. Bit of a storm going on. I didn't really get too much, did I? That's fine. So not conducive weather for building, but it's not like we have much of a choice. I'll probably only stay out here for close to 10 minutes because I don't think I have any more food supplies on me to replenish our stamina, but I mean, I'm not actively looking for trouble or anything, so I'm just hoping that trouble doesn't come looking for me. Alright. I'm gonna have to go out there and deal with this. I didn't want to if I didn't have to, but... he left me no choice. I was sort of hoping that he simply wouldn't notice that I was up there, but... okay, I think we're done with the second floor for the time being, at least until we sort of figure out what we're going to do to A, get up here, and B, how we're going to heat this entire place with a hearth. So, I mean, we do still have a little bit of time in this episode, so what I'm gonna do is just rearrange stuff so that we can fit the hearth in, and we can sort of continue building from there. So let me just rearrange the position of some of our crafting tables here. Just wanting to get them out of the way. The cutting table does sort of need to be central, but I suppose we can still sort of move it around later anyway. The generator. Yeah, that's a tricky one. The portal also needs to move. Let's just put the portal there for a second, and with the generator, I think I'll probably move that just, you know, it's not going to be central or anything at the moment, but that's okay. We just leave it here for the time being. Because, yeah, the main thing is I just wanted access to the very center of the location here to figure out where the hearth is going to go. And yeah, figuring out where the center is exactly is going to be a bit of a challenge. So let me just figure things out here. So this is the central line. Which, I think what I'm going to do, just to help myself out a little bit here, is... I'm going to see if I can... just continue the line a little bit further like that, and then I sort of need to figure out where the central line is as well from this side, and this should be sort of like a good starting point here. So how many squares? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 full squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, this should be the central line here. So this should be dead center. Which should, theoretically, inform us of the place where we need to place down the hearth. Problem with the hearth, though, is every time I place it, I think it's going to consume a little bit of wood, so we'll need some. And I sort of need to place it down a few times to sort of figure out the placement, I would say. Since it's so big. And time to grab some food as well. Right. I think stone, we should have plenty out there on the build site, so that's not really going to be too much of an issue. Actually, I should have checked on what else we need for the hearth. Okay, it was just 15 stone. Actually, I thought we needed wood to place this down, but I guess I was wrong. Is there a way I can change the snapping? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's try and get this center. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, okay, so we have... Yeah, this is actually going to be a bit tricky because it's 3 squares wide. I think I'm going to have the hearth sort of facing like that, but obviously in a better position. That's the center. I feel like the position of the hearth might be slightly off. Lengthwise, it is 4, right? So that might help us. Damn it. Alright. I know we're probably over about an hour for this episode, but I kinda want to get the hearth in the right position before we call it quits. I feel like we're so close. So close. I'm also just trying to remember whether or not we can operate a crafting table when it's underneath, say, a floor. Does it have to be specifically underneath a roof piece or a roof tile? Yeah, I'm not sure. So that is pretty decent. It's not exactly center though, right? Like... And I wonder if there's an opportunity here to maybe use the door piece to try and centralize the hearth. Is it already night? Yeah, this is not quite right because that's the center line there. I really need to push it out a tad. So how do I do that? I think it is night, isn't it? Goodness me. Alright. I guess maybe I spent a little bit of time, like, farming and stuff like that in the morning. Maybe we went a little overboard. Had to be done, though. Gotta grow these seeds and veggies somehow. Just as well, we're not rested anymore, so... Alright, it's, yeah, probably going to still be a little bit dark out there. We may as well do the right thing and, you know, go through cooking and the like. Anything else we can do? Don't really have a lot of resources for different types of foods. Let's see if I can just grab some eggs. Gonna have difficulty grabbing that one in the corner, but it's alright. Alright, throw that in. Throw this in. I think we've been here long enough. But I think we're almost there with the hearth. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get it in exactly in the center if I play my cards right with the with the door here. So there. So that's... Hang on. No. My bad. Try that again. There. That's technically where it needs to be, although maybe that's better if I do it from there. Hopefully I can snap it to the door. Well, let's give it a go. Hang on, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I probably need the door set up somewhere else. I think that's where it needs to be. Are we? Are we center? I think we are, guys. I think we are dead center. Oh, we need to eat more. Okay. But I think this has been a really good effort, though, this episode. So we managed to complete a lot. So second story is looking really nice. Hearth is in. And with the hearth in, I think the next thing we want to think about doing is getting the staircase planned. But perhaps maybe that can be a thing that we do together with the chimney. It could be that we design a staircase that is somewhat connected to the chimney, potentially. We'll see if it's feasible or not. One thing that does worry me is the location of the portal. And yeah, one of these portals, unfortunately, it is very, very large, isn't it? So it's, you know, the initial hall space of this castle isn't going to be enough to house it, which means that maybe it needs to go onto the second floor, or the second story rather, and maybe we have to fit it in that way. Or perhaps maybe I can leave it on the back of the castle and leave it like outside. That might not be a bad solution for it as well. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't really worry too much about it for now. Maybe we just worry about getting the chimney and the staircase in. I do think that we might have to still move the portal anyway, though. Did I even... No, I feel like I may have missed getting a few of these pieces in. Let me just tidy things up. Make sure that it's not something that we're going to miss. One there. And another one right there. Righto, guys, I think this is the episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop me a like down below. Remember to drop in your suggestions for the next game that we're going to check out. Link in the description down below. Really appreciate your support. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.